What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Contrary to my dreams, we've actually moved down a little bit over the past 24 hours. I did have a dream that we were up. We were at 1.5 cents or something like that. Dreaming about the days that we will return to prices well above 1 cent and beyond, moving to new relative highs and new cycle highs, new all-time highs altogether. But those days they're closer than we think, that we might assume, but they're not close enough. We probably do have a little bit of consolidation at hand before we do move higher. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour time frame here, we had a nice little rally here, some volume, clearly some buy volume on both of these areas here, and we're coming down now. Not a whole lot of volume, right? Not a whole lot of volume at all on the way down. Not a whole lot of volume here at all. I would assume that we're waiting for either a drop or maybe another rip where some volume will come in and likely take us to a high that's either around here or even above. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a higher high come in. We are starting from a higher low as well. We do have higher lows, right? Low here, higher low here, higher low here, higher low here even. We do have higher lows, so that's kind of nice to see. If we give this up, it's not the end of the world, but I wouldn't want to see it. So let's hopefully not go below 0091. We did have the update happen, so now OnyxCoin you can stake for 35%, 35 point something percent APR. In fact, I'm just curious. Let's just see here. Onyx.org stake. Let's just see here. The APR right up here. It is 35%, so it's already come down a little bit. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but the APR will likely continue to decline periodically over the days, over the weeks, over the months. It'll probably continue to wind its way down. That's just kind of how it is. But get it while it's hot. It's nice. 00932 right now. That's the price. And looking at the 1 hour indicators, the RSI, I suppose, actually does have some bullish divergence, doesn't it? Technically it does. Looking to turn around here perhaps. Stochastics are looking bullish as well. And the MACD is bearish overall, but it's the 1 hour, so we're not going to weigh too much on that. 4 hour time frame. And again, this white line here at 0091, that's an ideal area that we do not go below. If we go below there, does that mean OnyxCoin is effed and we're going to zero? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means it looks better if we hold that line, right? If we don't, in fact, it looks better if we don't even touch that line, if we just hold above it, okay? I don't care if we go to 00911, that's fine, but don't go to it or below it. That's the idea here, okay? 4 hour RSI, it's a bit neutral. It's a bit neutral. I mean, overall, I want to say right now, overall it's bearish, but it's pretty neutral and volatile on the 4 hour. The price action has been pretty neutral and volatile really as well. We're at some of the low points where it might be a good idea to start buying some XCN. That's my thoughts. We did just cross red on this 4 hour MACD, but you guys, the stock market has yet to open. Yesterday we opened with a gap up. I wouldn't be surprised if we opened today and we started moving higher as well. The stock market's yet to open, and they open up in about like 20 minutes here, or 15 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if in that time Bitcoin and the rest of the market start to recover. We are at this base area now. I think that we're going to find support and then continue to move up. And with that, OnyxCoin should get a lick as well. We really could, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, we really could today see prices for OnyxCoin being above 1.3 cents. And in which case that would call for a move that is like a 40% pump. We really could see that today. And I don't know if it'll be sustained. It might be one of these just like pumps and give backs, pumps and then give backs. Maybe it pumps and then it pumps some more and then it gives back, whatever. But we're moments away, guys. We're right on the edge of our seats with this. We're about to break out and see some fantastic growth. Is it going to be today? Probably not that it starts, but I wouldn't be surprised if we had another one of these test runs where we moved up. Or maybe we move up a little bit, we come back down the next day, and then sometime next week we have it. But I'm just saying, if it does happen today, maybe we do go up to like 1.3, 1.4 cents, something like that. Stochastics do look bearish. MACD, while bearish that you're crossing red and you're in the bearish zone, this could be a signal that you're ready to move up. It really could be, right? Like this here, you're underneath the zero here, you're on your way up though. You crossed red momentarily, but then you flipped green, right? That was kind of a signal that you actually might move up later. We might see something like this where we're just kind of stagnant and boring for days, and then like next week we move up, right? Something like that. This is the 4-hour time frame, so that period of time there, that was the 7th to the 12th. That was quite literally almost a week. So, looking at this on the daily time frame, daily RSI. What I like about the daily RSI is that you rejected the oversold zone. What I don't like about it is now you're rejecting the 40 and coming back down, finding resistance and prior support. I don't like that. Overall, it does look bearish, and in which case, perhaps what we do is we come down, we form a higher low in the RSI while providing a lower low in the daily time frame. Perhaps we do go below 0091, and that's okay, whatever. But we get a day to close below here, and then once we get a day to close below there, we have bullish divergence, and we actually move up. So even closing below there, as not ideal as it would actually provide a bullish implication, which is bullish divergence on the daily RSI, which actually is a big deal. Stochastics could reject here like they did before. MACD is turning over, rolling over, rejecting the 0 overall. The MACD on the daily is a very bearish look, I have to say, and so are the stochastics. But the RSI is giving me faith that not only are we at the low, but we're soon to move up here. We're soon to see prices that are fantastically higher, of course. If we're looking at this on the weekly time frame, overall, again, talking about things that make me very optimistic. We've seen a nice double bottom here, very picturesque double bottom, even in the midst of all this crazy stuff that happened on the 10th of October here. We still held that area very well. We're holding the base of this zone back here very well, where we consolidated once before. Holding that, I think that we could, as we did here, right? In 1 week, we moved all the way up to 1.45 cents. We could, by the end of this week or by the end of next week, be all the way up at this area as well, looking to break out of this overall downward sloping trend. Once we break out of this trend, and let's actually refine this right now, because I want to be clear and concise as to what line we're looking to break here. I don't think that's it. Let's shave it down a little bit. Shave. Oh, super close, but not quite there yet. Something like that. I want to say something like that looks like to be the line of best fit. A little bit lower on this end, maybe. Yeah, something like that. There we go. If we get above, let's say, because we're probably not going to do it. I mean, we'll probably do it this week. Okay, sure. Let's just say if we get above 1.3 cents, you guys, on a weekly closing basis, we're likely breaking out of this zone, right? 1.3 cents 2 weeks in a row. If we can close above there 2 weeks in a row, we're likely breaking out of this zone, and the party's just getting started, man. Right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I know that XCN's been a little bit disappointing lately. It's been stagnant. It's been boring. It's been testing you. But whenever this thing rallies, you're going to forget about all the bad times. In fact, what you're going to say is, why didn't I buy more? I knew this was going to happen. Why didn't I buy more? Or you're going to hear people who didn't buy at all. They're going to say, you got lucky. Yeah. Tested faith and conviction on the fundamental aspects of this thing. Buying the lows, and we got lucky. Yeah, that's right. In case anybody missed it, I did buy more OnyxCoin down here. Absolutely, I did. I bought some at 1.1 cents, 1.04 cents, some just below 1 cent. I bought like 3 different times down in this area. I'm very much convinced that we're going to move higher. Looking at this on the weekly RSI, we are in the same zone that we were at last time whenever we found support here. We even found support back here, technically, at the very beginning, early days here. Stochastics have bullish divergence. The MACD, if we close the week here or higher or around this area, we have bullish divergence on the weekly MACD as well. Bullish divergence on 2 weekly time frame indicators. And the RSI is at the same level that we were when we found the low last time. The signs are there, guys. The signs are there. And the double bottom on top of that, just all this stuff, man. All this stuff. When we move higher, not if, but when. Let's pretend this is the first time I was looking at OnyxCoin. We didn't do our in-depth analysis. We weren't aware of the 26 to 32 cent price zone at all. I mean, we'd be aware of it, right? It's here on our fibs. There's even like all these targets, but that's not the point. I'm saying we're very aware that this is our destination, right? This is where the next move is going to take us. That makes sense to me. By the end of the year, that's where we're going to go. But even if we weren't aware of that and we just did a simple lazy analysis saying we're going to go somewhere in the primary zone, somewhere between 8 cents, 15.7 cents, you take the current price, you measure up to those areas, that's almost a 9x at a minimum, okay? At a minimum, the low end of the spectrum, not the requirement, the prophecy, no, that is the low end of the spectrum is a near 9x from here. The 1618 is a 16x, almost a 17x. And then once we do go to that 26 32 cent area, that is a 34x to a 28x overall. Crazy, right? Maybe I'm crazy, but I think there's a reason why I wanted to buy more in this area and I didn't branch out to other cryptos, even though I've had my eyes on a bunch of different cryptos. I want to be a part of all these other communities. I want to join in the fun and watch the pumps with you guys. It's fun enough just watching them happen. I don't have to be a part of it, right? I'll be a part of my own pumps. XCN's going to have its own pumps. And whenever it's up here, whenever everybody's asking us, is it a good time to buy XCN? We're going to be like, dude, we told you. We told you every day. It's the only coin besides Bitcoin that we make videos on every single day for that reason. But we'll see. Well, time will tell. Time will tell. I'm just as loud now as at these lows as I will be at the top. Okay, that's what a lot of people, they get quiet at the lows. They get loud at the tops. We're just as loud as now as we ever have been. The weekly MACD has already shifted back away from that bearish divergence. So we will need to close the week lower if we want that bullish divergence to show itself. But that's okay. We don't need bullish divergence to move up. We didn't need bearish divergence to move down. Anyways, I think I've said everything I need to say. I've said enough. Let's look at XCNBTC. We're not going to do that in-depth analysis with it, but I just want to see, because we haven't checked this chart in a while. Let's just look at it. Yeah, absolutely terrible. Absolutely sad. Are we at a good area to find support here, though? Because this chart, look at this, right? We literally, look at how perfect, structurally speaking, that is. Look at how beautiful that is. Support right at prior resistance. And immaculate support. You sucked it all the way back up. You're like, oh, don't touch me. I don't want anything to do with this. Right above the 2272, huh? Low here to a high here. Reaching for the golden ratio, but didn't quite get there. Right? That's actually very bullish. That's actually really, really bullish. Whenever you reach for it, but you can't quite get there. Is this real price action or fake price action? We don't know. But we're holding the 0.5. I doubt that we go down to the golden ratio again. I doubt that happens. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. I do want to measure this real quick and just see like little ABC. Let's just see. AB. If we had a C there. Pretty close, man. I think the move is completed. I really do. I think the move's completed and we're ready to move on up. We found resistance here. In the only zone, coincidentally, in this massive drop that was just non-stop, the only zone that we actually stopped for like 5 weeks there, we found some resistance right at the area we found support there. This thing's going all the way up. It's going to go all the way up. We're going to see a nice massive move. I'm assuming that we're going to see something that takes us all the way up to this area of support as well. We're going to see a replication of what we saw back here. And then at that point, all you got to do is input these levels with what we perceive Bitcoin's price to be. You get OnyxCoin's price, bada bing, bada boom. It should be well above 20 cents. Anyways, I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.